Join us as the cars are getting ready to go out for the second and final race in the BRSCC Fiesta Junior Championship with MRF Tyres. Both of our championship contenders are on the front row of the grid. It's anyone's race to play for. It's over to Jake Sanson to take you through the action.
Well, after that sensational battle in the first race, I'm not sure it can get much better than that, Lloyd. Really exciting stuff between our two on the front row, Magnus Crickleby and James Waite. They will go to battle again. Isaac Smith and Todd Garner, Alfie Glennie and Abby Locke. It looks as though more problems for Josh Steed, Nathaniel Hodgkiss and Ollie Turner, who will take up their positions in 8th and 9th place. Watch them charge through from the back. A miserable day at the office, though, for Josh Steed. Again, he will not take his position on the grid, and it's a miserable weekend for him. So, the lights will go on when they go out for the second race. We will be charging through with only 4 races to go at the end of this one from Silverstone and Brands Hatch. Here we go. A great start at the front. We're on board with Todd Garner. Crickleby's got a flyer. Smith moving away nicely, but James Waite trying to come around the outside of Crickleby. I just saw that. Whoa, there goes Hodgkiss. And it might not be too long before Ollie Turner gets a good run as well. Abby Locke has beaten us off the line as we head up towards Campbell and Cobb for the first time. Todd Garner trying to get his move on the inside of Abby Locke as side by side again these two. Crickleby trying to shake off James Waite. Waite keeps it around the outside. Whoops! Todd Garner gets a little bit close to Abby Locke. They bang wheels and that was very close, but Ollie Turner has got past both of them. So Abby Locke has fallen to the back of the queue for the moment. She's now in 8th place. Whoops, who went off there? That might have been the 27 of Alfie Glennie, but up at the sharp end, it's still very close between Crickleby and Waite. Waite is going to go door to door with Crickleby. Goodness me, they slide sideways. It's a complete resurgence of the battle from before, and Isaac Smith uses that to slip up the inside and get second from Waite. Absolutely amazing. So now Hodgkiss is there in 4th position, ready for pouncing. We're on board with James Waite. That is the man in front of him, Isaac Smith, trying to swarm around, making sure he holds the line through Church. Look at how mobile the car is, though, and Isaac Smith gets a massive tank slapper through the fastest corner in motorsport in Great Britain. So now Smith is absolutely flirting with the inside white line to try and hold James Waite at bay, but Waite just uses his momentum and goes right round the outside, gets into the braking zone for Club, and is doing a fine job. Now Crickleby's been very cautious into the braking zone. He actually got a little bit loose, and now James Waite's got a run on him. So maybe up towards Campbell and Cobb, he may get another opportunity, but Smith is still there in 3rd, being chased down now by Nathaniel Hodgkiss. Hodgkiss getting a great start, and now his resurgence in the second race looks like it could be a good one. Here comes Isaac Smith, Hodgkiss in behind. On board with James Waite, down to the braking zone for Campbell. Far too early in the race to go ugly. You've just got to stay focused, keep it nice and smooth. As he mentioned on the podium at the end of the first race, tyre management, very crucial in these cars. You learn an awful lot by racing 20 minutes in a Fiesta, and these boys and girls having an absolutely terrific run once again. So, Hodgkiss now in the wheel tracks of Isaac Smith as they battle away for 3rd. There's Crickleby and Waite, then Smith and Hodgkiss. In the background, Ollie Turner is lining up Alfie Glennie as they battle away. It's 2x2 hurrah at the moment, although it looks to me as though something has gone wrong with Abby Locke. I'm not sure her car is still running at its same speed. Todd Garner is in 7th place. I think Abby Locke's got a mechanical problem. You remember she was so strong at the beginning of the first race. She had a technical difficulty that dropped her back behind Glennie and Garner, and I wonder if it's come back to haunt her again because she has dropped off the back of this queue. So Abby Locke, unfortunately, looks to have fallen out of the equation as Ollie Turner has now moved up into 5th position. Here comes Garner looking for the inside of Glennie. Go on, go on! Thought there might have been a chance to get a late braking move in there. Not quite. In through the curbs, up on the chicane. And this is a good run from these guys at the back of the field, although Josh Steed is really wishing he was one of them. There's Abby Locke in the pits. Abby Locke crawling to a standstill. I just saw her. There she is. Abby Locke in the pits. What a shame. Joining Josh Steed on the sidelines with mechanical problems. Very easy to get it right in these cars, but even easier to get it wrong as Todd Garner once again has a look at the inside of Alfie Glennie. We're still learning about how to get the overtaking moves done in these racing cars and learning the psychological mind games as to how to outfox and outsmart your opponents is a part of that process. And on that particular occasion, Todd Garner just unable to go door to door with Alfie Glennie as they come back up the straight once again. They go up towards Noble. Here goes a move from Todd Garner. Very nicely covered there by Alfie Glennie as they continue to duel. So these two have been absolutely on each other's throats pretty much all season long, and they are continuing that tussle. So on through towards Church Corner, the fastest corner in British motorsport as we know. In through the right-hander. A little bit of a drift out from Isaac Smith as he duels with Nathaniel Hotchkiss. There goes Ollie Turner. Oh, his short oval skills definitely coming into fruition there as the sixth-place battle marches on and is not slowing up any. Glennie still hanging on in front of Todd Garner. Garner looks like he might get a run here, actually. Looked originally to go up the inside line. Now he's going to try and go around the outside. Gets a little bit distant. Almost managed to get alongside Alfie Glennie there. Well, it looks like Abby Locke has gone back out onto the circuit. She's now a lap down, but at least she is still running. So whatever it was, she's back into contention. But it looks like it's only going to be a points finish rather than a solid challenge for the top six. That's a real shame for Abby Locke. She's been so impressive all through this weekend. As Garner gets a good run on Glennie, and Glennie shuts the door. Brilliant racing between these two. And again, under braking, Garner brakes later than Glennie and has to slam on the brakes hard in order to avoid going into the back of him. Further up, this is Smith versus Hotchkiss. Third position being debated. At this stage in the season, Nathaniel Hotchkiss could really use a podium finish. It would be a massive confidence booster after the miserable season he's had. Here's Ollie Turner, the man who went off with him in the first lap of the first race. And he's another one who could use a bit of luck, although he has stood on the podium this year. Up on the inside again of Alfie Glennie. Todd Garner has another look. These two are basically taking a leaf out of the Waiton Cricklewey book that was written in race 1. Here comes Garner. Now he's got a good run. Go on, commit to it, Todd. I'm sure you can get there on the inside. They run up towards Church Outer Village. Through the right-hander. And is Garner going to get the job done? Yes, nicely done. I don't think Alfie Glennie's going to come back from that one until they get up to the chicane. Here is Smith and Hotchkiss still dueling away for that third position finish. Look in the background, you'll see Ollie Turner in yellow. There he is. And these two are having as close a battle at the moment as Cricklewey and Waite are for the victory up front. But James Waite is not going for the move on Magnus Cricklewey yet. As he mentioned, tyre management, very important. That might be the reason as well why Hotchkiss is not quite going after the 23 of Isaac Smith. Long races, these, and they've got to keep themselves absolutely on it throughout. You get so much track time in the Fiesta Junior Championship. The Saturday is solidly given over to free practice, 2 sessions worth and a qualifying session, and then you have the 2 races on the Sunday, so you get a lot of track time with these Fiesta Junior cars, probably more than you would do with any other car racing junior championship that you can get into at the age of 14. And these guys are obviously very focused. They're not just becoming great racers, they're becoming great athletes, and that's the work that the guys in the BRSCC are doing with them over the course of the season, preparing them for greatness. And many drivers have come out of the Fiesta Junior Championship and gone on to big things, including British Touring Car Championship success. So these guys are obviously shooting for that. Cricklewey versus Waite, still working very hard, but no major lunges coming from Waite yet. You've got to wait till the end of the race when you know that you've got the tyres to the finish line. Up until that point, you've got to take things nice and easy. Hotchkiss in the draft of Isaac Smith. Very, very useful, these 2 battles. And James Waite and Nathaniel Hotchkiss are playing this absolutely spot on, because if they sit behind the guy they're battling with just in front of them, they let the leading car in the train do all of the hard work. They're cutting through the air smarter because it's Hotchkiss, not Hotchkiss, my apologies. It's Waite and Hotchkiss that are sat in behind Cricklewey and Smith respectively, and they're just letting them cut through the air. Here's James Waite, looks to the left-hand side. Does he think this might be an overtaking opportunity? Well, if Cricklewey is being particularly sluggish, he may want to go for an opportunity. But I think what James Waite is doing here is actually very smart. As I said, he's not going for the overtaking move yet. He's just sitting in behind Magnus Cricklewey. It's a long race, and he wants to wait for the opportune moment. But if he doesn't work the tyres too hard, doesn't work the brakes too hard, he's actually going to be in a better position than Magnus Cricklewey come the end of the race. That's why he was able to get so close to beating him in race 1. Cricklewey just made the car a little bit too wide in places, but James Waite very nearly had him, and that is because he was being very, very strong earlier on. Cricklewey goes off. Cricklewey runs wide. Now, James was not quite able to get close enough to deal with that moment, but that lets you know that Cricklewey is very vulnerable. He's got to get that back together, and James Waite will have been grinning from ear to ear at that point. He's vulnerable. He's cracking under the pressure. Meanwhile, Isaac Smith has got similar challenge and opposition from Nathaniel Hotchkiss, who is trying his best to get onto the 3rd step of the podium. Smith has got to hang on to this. Meanwhile, these two very close, and that's why James Waite is obviously using that moment from Cricklewey, who ran wide, to good advantage. So now Cricklewy has got to regroup, breathe, get back into his rhythm, not let that moment affect him. Through Allard. Good run so far from these two. Magnus Cricklewy still holds on in front of James Waite, but Waite is definitely the stronger man at the moment in terms of momentum. Cricklewy is the one cutting through the air. He's the one pushing to try and get away from James Waite, so he'll be working the tyres and the brakes slightly harder, and he ran off the circuit just a little bit on the last lap. So James Waite is keeping a lot in reserve here, and there's a good chance that in the closing stages he'll do exactly what he did in race 1 and open up the big guns and start pressuring the race leader Magnus Cricklewy. But James Waite staying consistent, that's the most important thing as far as his championship status is concerned. So Magnus Cricklewy continues to hold the lead at the moment. We're on board with the Pinnacle Limited car. 66 once again in front in the 2018 Fiesta Junior Championship season as he comes out of Village up towards Church. Throw the car in, hope you've got the line right. Magnus has most of the weekend. The sun is setting here, we're getting to the end of this September weekend. And obviously there's only 2 weekends to go after this one as we go to Silverstone on the international circuit and Brands Hatch on the Indy circuit on the same weekend as the Formula Ford Festival as they battle away for third position, these two. Isaac Smith defending very much indeed from Nathaniel Hotchkiss. Hotchkiss trying to commit to the move. He has to back out of it in the hope that he can get on the undercut of Isaac Smith out of the exit of the club chicane. He may get his chance, but he's not quite able to get close enough. It's so difficult to get that moment all sewn up together. And Nathaniel Hotchkiss is not giving up. This is a repeat of the battle that we saw in race 1 between Waite and Magnus Cricklewy, and I think those two are going to have exactly the same battle later on, but we've got to get to that point first. And these drivers have obviously been absolutely loving running away around this Thruxton circuit. They all looked forward to it when they realised it was on the calendar at the start of the year, and I think everybody was really positive about coming to Thruxton. So it's been a very exciting addition to the calendar, and obviously it is now a very interesting battle we've got for both first and third position, as again Nathaniel Hotchkiss running very well indeed there as he tries to get on terms with Isaac Smith. He's got plenty of time, but he's doing exactly what he should be doing, which is hassling, getting close, not giving Isaac Smith any room for negotiation. If he gets an opportunity, he's going to swing for it, and he gets a little bit underneath him. So now Smith has got to do everything he can to defend as they go up Woodham Hill. Is he going to dart right or is he going to dart left? Wherever Isaac Smith sends him effectively, and he's sent him left. So now he's got to commit to it. Commit. Go on, Nathaniel. Oh, just drifts a little bit deep. That was really, really good work from Hotchkiss to try and stay with Isaac Smith. He almost got past him. And the fans at the side of the racetrack and obviously the teams down in the pits are willing these guys on. Nathaniel Hotchkiss hoping for a nice comeback after retiring from race 1 at the first corner here at Allard. But now he is hoping that now a podium position could well be on. Into Campbell, nice and steady, into Cobb, keep the car nice and loose. You don't want to push it too hard, but you also don't want to be too lax either. As they come through Seagrave, Hotchkiss is once again lining up Isaac Smith, and again he just slots into the draft behind him. The Fiesta is not exactly the most aerodynamic of racing cars. It cuts through the air rather like a slipper, I suppose, just pushing its way through. Very, very tricky to get this up to speed, but obviously for Hotchkiss, he has got things very nicely done, tucked in there behind Isaac Smith. So all he has to do is just sit in behind Smith and let himself cut through the air, because he'll be working the tyres less, working the brakes less, and even working the engine less, because he won't have to be pushing quite so hard to cut through the air. Here we go again. As long as you're behind the man you're battling out of Church, you've got another chance to go for it up towards Club as they climb Woodham Hill. Again, Isaac Smith sends him to the left. He's got to commit to it. Into the braking zone, he decides to cut back in on Isaac Smith. That's a sensible move. He's not ready for the overtaking move yet. He can wait until the very last lap and steal a podium. But he richly deserves it, Nathaniel Hotchkiss. If he can just keep this battle going, he will have an opportunity to crack the podium. And he absolutely and thoroughly earns it over the course of the season. Hopefully he is going to get to the rostrum here at Thruxton. Now, these two still duelling, Magnus Cricklewy and James Waite. James Waite is in the draft. Now, this is about the same point in the first race when we saw these two really going at it. And again, James Waite has not really been pushing Magnus Quickly into a mistake or not really pushing him into an overtake. He's just been sat behind him, ready to see what happens. And now, here we go again. The time is upon us as James Waite again starts to close in on Magnus Quickly and look for the overtaking opportunity. But he knows from race 1 just how difficult the Dane is going to make it. As they come up towards Church, throw the car in. Nicely done from James Waite, and he is going to get some momentum off the corner down the straight. He is going to get a little bit of a run as Quickly tries to break the toe, but up through Brooklands and up towards Woodham Hill, you can see that James Waite is definitely getting closer. He's going to commit to the left side because he knows Quickly would send him there anyway. He's going to commit in the braking zone. It's not an overtaking move yet, but James Waite is definitely building up to it. In the background, you can just about make out Smith and Hodgkiss still dueling away for third. But it's these two, James Waite on the back of Magnus Quickly as they go through turn 1 once more. Bouncing around a little bit over Allard and up towards Campbell and Cobb. After that race 1 duel, I'm really intrigued to see how this one is going to go. They continue to squabble as they turn in. Oh, this could be a great chance for Waite, and he's going to get there on the inside of Quickly. He's through. He used the moment there from Quickly, who was a little hesitant, up towards Cobb and gets the place. Now Quickly's going to try and get him back on the run out of Seagrave. He's going to get alongside him straight away. Magnus will need to chuck this up the inside at Noble. James Waite decides, do you know what? I'm going to let you have the place for the moment because I'll just get you straight back when you run wide. He almost does. And now again, as they come up through Goodwood, James Waite slots himself back in his second position, but he knows that another chance will open up. And now he knows where Quickly is vulnerable. They come up through Village, up towards Church. James Waite's got a really good chance of winning this second race now. He's had a couple of cracks at Magnus Quickly, and every time Magnus gets loose, he has an answer for James Waite. James Waite again, up round Brooklands, up towards Woodham Hill as they make the climb. He's going to get right alongside and cut across. Not enough. Quickly's still there. They bang doors, and Quickly gets back in front. Oh, and again, Quickly's going to be a little bit loose out of the chicane at Club. James Waite needs to keep the momentum flowing. Magnus Quickly moves across to the right to cover. James Waite knew he was going to, so he keeps it to the left side. He's going to keep building the speed. Quickly's going to get the tighter line through Allard. James Waite's going to come back to his right. Now he's going to surge across to the left. He's going to try the same move as the last lap. Quickly breaks. James Waite's going to try and get the switch back. Quickly, very smart from Magnus Quickly. He holds the braking line for the inside line. There's no chance for James Waite to get through this time. Absolutely brilliant from Magnus Quickly as he holds the line through the apex. James Waite is going to have to try something else. Back up towards Noble. In through the left. Again, James Waite just hovering and dancing all over the back of Magnus Quickly in the hope that he's going to put the Dane into a mistake. They come through the left-hander and the right-hander up towards Village. And this is going to be a great chance for James Waite once again. Magnus Quickly is trying to get himself back into his rhythm. These two absolutely at the top of their game, and they're entertaining us royally at Thruxton. This has been one of the most sensational weekends in the championship for a long time as it happens. Okay, the numbers are not quite there, but the quality of the talent on the grid is still supreme. And side by side again, Waite is going to try and commit to the move. They bang doors again. And this time Quickly really holds it. James Waite has to regroup and get himself back on terms. Rubbin's racing, as they say, and they are really flirting with it at the moment. And there's a 5-second penalty. A 5-second time penalty is going to Magnus Quickly. I saw it on the board. Quickly's getting a time penalty. So the only way he's going to win this race now is if he can disappear away from James Waite. Now, if James has seen that too, he will not even be pushing Quickly that hard. He'll just sit right behind him, and he knows that a victory is going to come his way. Now, I'm guessing that Quickly has got that penalty for track limits because he's been pushing very hard and has overshot a couple of the curbs around the circuit. He came a little bit close to it in race 1, if you remember. I think he's been doing it collectively in race 2, trying to shake off that man behind him, James Waite. So from James Waite's point of view, this is already a race that is won, as long as he just stays on the bumper of Magnus Quickly. It doesn't matter too much But Quickly is going to be second, not first, if things stay as they are. They are already well clear of Isaac Smith and Nathaniel Hotchkiss, who are still going at it like a pack of dogs for third position. But look, James Waite's seen that. He's not even as close to Magnus Quickly as he was before, but that's because he doesn't need to be. The one thing he doesn't need to do is push too hard and get himself taken off the racetrack, but he is going to get a lot of momentum from braking later up towards Club. Good work from James Waite, just keeping Quickly honest, but Magnus Quickly will still want to beat him on the racetrack for that psychological upper hand as they head to the next round of the championship. I think that is Ollie Turner having parked his car in the pits. I'm hoping that isn't. I'm wondering if that's one of the senior cars that's brought it in. I will double check, but we go into the last lap, and I have a feeling that James Waite is not going to push as hard as he did in race 1, because he knows that Magnus Quickly, with that 5-second time penalty, is going to finish behind him unless he could pull 5 seconds clear at the very minimum. But Quickly is going to be able to hang on to this one for sure, as in second place, James Waite is going to give him a little bit more of a run for his money as they come up through Noble, through the left-hander, and up towards Goodwood for the final time. But James Waite is definitely not going to be as aggressive as he was in race 1, because Waite will end up getting the victory regardless because of the time penalty for Magnus Quickly. So as they come up towards Church, Quickly may have beaten him in a straight fight, but by overcooking it, and pushing the car too hard, it's going to be James Waite that will pick up the victory because of the time penalty for Magnus Quickly. But in terms of the psychological upper hand with 2 weekends to go, Quickly will definitely have outsmarted James Waite on 2 occasions on the road, but the victory will deservedly go to James Waite based on the fact that Quickly will still get a penalty. James is trying one last time to see if he can beat him on the road. He won't, but as Quickly comes through, he crosses the line first, but James Waite will get the victory because of the time penalty for Magnus Quickly. So Waite takes another victory, and it is going to be 1 apiece, with Quickly winning in race 1 and James Waite sealing it in race 2. Quickly is going to be in second, Hotchkiss ahead of Isaac Smith in the end, so he does get that podium. Turner does finish 5th. It was a senior car in the pits from Todd Garner. And in the championship standings, James Waite leads Magnus Quickly by just 30 points with 2 weekends to go, with Isaac Smith just 8 in front of Josh Steed.
James, well done on your victory. At what point did you know that Magnus had the penalty?
It was a couple of laps to the end. I see the board put out for number 66. I saw a few times he went quite wide, so I was wondering whether that was a possibility. But it was a really great race up until that point. It was switching all the time. I couldn't ask for anything better.
And really, when you saw the penalty come out, was it just a case of keeping as close as you can to him to make sure that you got the victory?
Yeah, I saw he stopped defending, so you probably knew as well. But I just made sure I was a little bit of a gap behind him, so I knew I'd get the win. So it's pretty great. And it's all good news for the championship. Yeah, the championship's going really well. I think this is my 7th win this season, so can't thank the team enough. Jamsport done an amazing job to get us here. That was for them really this weekend.
Brilliant. Well, congratulations once again. We look forward to seeing you next time.
Thank you.
Magnus, a great drive, but unfortunate with the penalty at the end.
Yeah, it was unfortunate, but it was, you can say, deserved, but it was still unfortunate. It would have been great with 2 wins.
It would have certainly made the championship a little bit more exciting going into the final races, but there's still a lot to play for.
Yeah, there's not a lot between us, but he still has that little lead between.
So it's going to be good going into the final races. We look forward to seeing you out there.
Yeah, it's been good and great car preparation by Racecar Consultants for the whole weekend.
Fantastic. Congratulations once again.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant. 3rd place. Tough battles out there throughout the racing here at Thruxton, but it was a really good, well-deserved podium.
Yeah, but firstly, I'd like to thank my sponsor, FilmServe, and team, Racecar Consultants, especially James, who got the car out after race 1, and I'd also like to thank iZone Driver Performance for helping me. But yeah, really enjoyed the race. When we started, when we got the start, which I was really happy with, so we were 4th going into turn 1. Then I was the whole race sort of like behind him, tit for tat. But then I just sort of went, right, we're going to have a go, see if it works, and if it does, brilliant. But if it doesn't, it almost didn't, and I was like, God. Yeah, we had a bit of a slide, but apart from that, it was good, thank you.
Yeah, no, it was great to watch, and we'll certainly look forward to seeing you do more of the same at Silverstone.
Thank you. Yeah, I hope I can do the same.
Once again, fantastic weekend of racing in the BRSCC Fiesta Junior Championship with MRF Tyres. The championship goes into the final 2 rounds. We hope you can join us next time when all of the action comes from Silverstone.